Hey everybody! This week the ARCA series is at Twin Ring Motegi, and for me personally, this is the first time I've ever raced this track. I've been on the service for 8 years and just bought it the other day. So I'm sure this is probably a challenging track for some people. It is really just like a little bit of a bigger Darlington. It also kind of reminds me of Gateway. You have to drive them similarly. Turns 1 and 2 you can run almost full throttle, almost, not really. Uh, More full throttle than you can 3 and 4. You got to use a lot of brake, and you can shift in 3 and 4. I kind of experimented with it a bit, and it doesn't make a big difference, but you can do it if you're that kind of person. Anyway, I wanted to run through a fast lap here. This is in a practice session. This is actually the fastest lap I've seen turned here all week. I don't know how I did it, but I dropped a 37.040, and I'm going to run you through. This is kind of like a test or a mock qualifying run here. I'm going into turn 3 high, letting myself get as much speed out of the turn as possible. And for what it's worth, this was the second lap, so my tires were a little bit warmer, had a little bit more grip on the track. So you can see here, coming down the front stretch, since the track is so wide, it's kind of hard to hit the wall coming out of the turn, so you do have a lot of space there. You can probably hit the gas a little bit sooner than you think. It won't get tight, but it will get loose. So you're coming down the front stretch. Seems like the front stretch lasts forever, because it kind of does. And I'm going into the turn here. You got these scuff marks here on the right side. I'm kind of dropping it down right before I get to the second scuff mark here. And you drive it in pretty deep. I found that you can come in pretty hard and use a brake for a qualifying run anyway. Probably shouldn't do this during the race because you'll burn that right front. Coming down, getting a little bit into the braking see here, and then I'm kind of just a little bit light on the throttle. You're going to be really loose, and the trick here is that you don't want to get full throttle. A lot of people think that you need to get into the throttle as quick as possible so you can get as much speed coming down the straight. But here you want to just carry as much speed as possible without getting loose. It's kind of the mindset you have to take. You have to appreciate the looseness of the car and recognize that if you get too hard into the throttle, your back end is going into the wall. So you see here at the bottom, I'm getting full throttle a little bit coming out of the turn. The car is a little bit squirrely on me. And going into turn 3, this 100 sign here, that's about the time I'm entering the corner. So I'm letting out there, using a lot of brake, and I'm treating this corner like a short track corner. I'm almost approaching this like I would a corner at Martinsville, or not Martinsville, Richmond. Martinsville's a little bit tighter than this, but I'm kind of treating this like a Richmond corner where I'm getting the car as close to the bottom as possible and letting it run out. And again, the car is going to be super loose coming out. It actually is shaped pretty similarly to Richmond coming out, so that's probably a pretty good mindset to take here. So coming out here, the car is going to be loose. You can see again, I'm not all the way in the throttle until about the time I get in the straight. And I'm straightening out against the wall, and 37.04. My fastest lap before this was like a 37.17, so I don't know how I made it happen, but I hit it perfect. If the car gets even a little bit squirrely, you're going to lose time, so you gotta keep that in mind. Okay, now I will just let you watch the lap by itself. I'll keep the UI up here and everything, so you can see my throttle usage. Appreciate everyone for watching. I will try to drop one of these as often as possible. I don't race as frequently as I used to, but when I can, I'll drop a guide. So thank you for watching.